Hey guys, so this has been a long time coming, huh? I'm gonna start this video off with some good news. First, the roadmap is done. Like, actually done, not empty promise go silent for 3 months done, actually done. It's already scheduled for upload, so there's absolutely no reason that it won't be uploaded. It's going to be out exactly 24 hours after this video right now comes out. I would also premiere it, but it's kind of designed so you can like skip to the parts that are really relevant to you, so I don't think a premiere makes sense. But it's already scheduled, so like I promise it's going to be on time. There's nothing that's going to stop it from not being on time. So the rest of this video is dedicated to what the hell happened. Why has it been, 4 months, etc. And the answer is a lot of things. I'll be real here. The biggest one is I've been experiencing the biggest motivation crash of my life, pretty much. Not just for YouTube, but like everything, like school, just other things as well. And it's for a lot of reasons. The biggest ones being depression, the fact that it's just really hard to focus on things, and a chronic cough that I'll go into more detail later. The focus thing is weird because working on YouTube is something I actually want to do. But my mind would just, the way it worked is my mind would find any other thought basically and latch onto it for a long time, and then I'd just be distracted by that thought. And many minutes or even hours would pass without me really being aware of it. And that made it hard to do anything, even when I did have a lot of free time, because I was just being distracted. But also, beyond that, just a lot of things have happened in the last 4 months. I guess I'll go chronologically because why not? So, first, there was the hype video. At that point, I was pretty far into the motivation crash, so it was probably definitely not a good idea to post the hype video then, because at that point, posting it, I was committed to it, and there was like a time frame and whatnot. But at that point, I kind of just thought that if I got through all my school stuff, then my motivation would come back and I'd be able to grind out the roadmap. Because I thought it was school and only school that was the problem. And that took a while to finish the school stuff. But near the end of 2021, I had done that and I had nothing left but the roadmap. However, as it turned out, the motivation crash extended beyond just school, also to YouTube. So I was getting very little done at all in 2021. But before I realized that I was not going to get much done, I had put out these two community posts. The second one wasn't actually a lie. I did actually get sick for a while, but I posted them with such a short time frame because I thought that I'd be able to finish the videos in the timeline that I set. And this is mainly because that's how the other videos have been done. For the other videos, when I did a community post a day or so in advance, I hadn't really done much work on the video, and the entire video was produced in that day or so. So I was able to pump stuff out before, and that's why I thought I could do it here, but here, the roadmap was a much bigger project, and I was still in the middle of the motivation crash, so it was a recipe for disaster. There was no chance of being able to finish it. Then over the next week or so, I did some amount of work on the video. Not finishing it, of course, but it was some amount of work. Gradually, like, regaining my groove, I guess, and being able to work more. But that happened until around mid-January, and then something else happened. I had my wisdom teeth pulled. Wasn't a fun experience, and that made me unable to work on the video for a while for obvious reasons. And because I was doing nothing all day, it sort of disrupted that groove I had built up, and it sent me back into lazy mode for a while. So even after the pain and stuff was gone, it still took a while to get back to working on it. And once I did, about 2 weeks later, I had made some more progress. It wasn't great progress, but it was something. And then there was a complication with the wisdom teeth, and I had to get another brief surgery that ended up hurting a lot more for a bit. So once again, I was forced into like lazy mode, and yeah, it took a while to get back into it once again. Around early February, I did end up finishing the script for the roadmap. That was about half of the work because there was still a lot of stuff like preparing the images, editing stuff together. But finishing the script gave me a sense of satisfaction, which was a bad thing because I sort of again got lazier from that. It felt like I'd done something good, and then it made it harder to concentrate on finishing the rest. Also, around then, I noticed I was a lot more scared of that chronic cough I mentioned earlier. It was some post-nasal drip-like thing where I constantly felt mucus in my throat, and sometimes it got really thick and scary, and it was like pretty annoying. If you've watched any of my screencasts, you probably heard the cough before. It's like a constant thing. It's worse at night, but it's like still constant. It was to the point where I was scared of sleeping because I would wake up coughing and in like a panic and whatnot. And didn't really make sense to be in a panic, but that was just the post-sleep state I had. So I was sleeping only when tiredness kind of like overcame me, which got later and later. Eventually it was like 6 a.m. and like later on it was noon. It was really, really bad. So everything was totally messed up, and I still had anxiety about the cough, and doing anything that took brain power, like working on the video or even like solving problems, ended up giving me a lot more anxiety. It was a total mess. I wasn't getting anything done. You know, it sucked. In mid-February, I saw a psychiatrist to try and figure this stuff out and also work on the depression, but yeah, I started an antidepressant to try and fix this stuff. It said it would take around 4 to 6 weeks to kick in, so I was hopeful that it would work and then I would eventually be able to get back into it. But seeing that this is April now and that was mid-February, it doesn't seem like it had the intended effect. And yeah, it mixed really, really badly with my body, and it made my anxiety a lot worse for 2 weeks that I was taking the medicine. I wasn't just scared of the cough anymore, I was actually scared of like everything. It was like just constantly living in fear of not anything in particular, just anxiety, stuff like that. I would say that was about the lowest point of my life, and obviously I wasn't making any progress on anything there. But I saw the psychiatrist again, I started a dedicated anti-anxiety medicine, a different antidepressant, and that seemed to work fine, at least to fix the anxiety. The other things like depression and the focus issues are still here, but yeah, now we're in the present, and the roadmap is done. So there you go. That's the timeline of what happened. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I have big, cool plans for the channel that I want to see happen, but I'm not sure how long it's going to take. As for the dead period of just like doing nothing, I do feel bad that I was gone for so long, even on Discord and stuff like that. Most of it was just me being ashamed, I guess, and not wanting to face the internet while I had done such a bad job at keeping my promises. I also never really had any good news to share until this video, when I'm certain the roadmap is done. Because of the focus thing, there were whole days where I just got nothing done, and so I was never really like, I never really knew what the time frame was going to be. Even like between like 10% done and like 90% done, it was uncertain how long it would keep taking. And I didn't want to just keep saying, sorry guys, just another week of doing nothing, because that's kind of what it was amounting to at a certain point. So I opted to keep my status secret instead of sharing the harsh truth. But if this happens again, and it probably will, I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to stay on the internet. I do have a Discord server, and I will probably be a lot more active on that. Probably posting updates as to what's going on and stuff like that. So if another like dead period happens, you can check that. That should, hopefully, I will be active on that. You can also check out the community tab where I sometimes post details about upcoming videos or plans. Probably less frequently in the future, but some at least. If I haven't posted a video in a while, you can check those two things. And I guess that's it. Yeah, roadmap out tomorrow, 24 hours. Hopefully there won't be another 4-month period between videos. I said I have big plans, and I'll probably reveal them in the places I just mentioned, the Discord and the community tab, so be excited for those. I'll just say, if you've been missing the topic streams, I'm going to be reincarnating those in the future. Not exactly continuing those, but I think it'll be better. It'll be more organized, it'll be like just bigger and better. Yeah, hopefully it'll be great. Goodbye.